What's going on, TikTok? So I want to share a dream that the Lord gave me on July 11th. And let me be very clear. I am not a dream channel. I'm not the word of the Lord came to me. I'm not an avid dreamer. So I'm not here to share dreams. This channel is not about sharing dreams. I don't get dreams very frequently, to be quite honest, in the sense of any sort of futuristic thing. But when I do get them, I write them down. And the Lord gave me this one literally like 2:53 a.m. on July 11th. In the dream, and this all has to do with a lot of things the Lord is putting together with BRICS, with geopolitics that we're seeing now, in particular with Russia, but and everything coinciding with the return of Jesus Christ via the rapture. But anyway, so I had a dream that I was outside next to one of my my old like elementary school, like first grade school, and all of a sudden I see missiles flying all over the place, crashing, exploding, and I knew instinctively in that dream that Russia was attacking the United States. My old school was back in New Jersey, whatever the case may be. So I knew instinctively in the dream that Russia's attacking us. So in the dream, I ran into my old school. I was looking to grab my two daughters, and I was also looking for a pew, if you know what I'm saying, to kind of protect myself, because at the same time in the dream there were soldiers moving, like sweeping through buildings to basically capture people. So I was trying to rush to my vehicle and find a pew and get, whatever I could get my hands on protection wise. So in that dream, now in the building, we're all hiding from these soldiers, and eventually I and someone else eliminate the soldier, but we stay inside because we knew that there would be another wave of missile attacks. So we wanted to stay put and hope not to be a target. Some other things happened that aren't necessarily critical to this post, but what the Lord revealed to me after that dream, days after, had to do with this. Something that simply I miss is that BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. Was it Saudi Arabia? I forget. Anyway, they're on the flags are here. They finally dropped their new currency that's supposed to compete and dethrone the dollar, which is has been a major issue and topic for the administration. And if you're following geopolitics and world news and happenings when it comes to finance, this has been a major thing. And they finally, after years and years, came out with this currency. But what is so important about this? The major important thing that God was putting together for me is that China and Russia in particular have to, in essence, get rid of the United States to be that global power that they want to be. And as long as the current administration and President Trump are in the way, there's no way for them to do that. So what the Holy Spirit revealed to me even further with something that happened with President Putin and President Trump was that now that it seems President Trump can't make peace with Putin and that he doesn't trust him per se, that he's given him 50 or so days to come back to the peace table. And that peace table, or that timeline for the peace table, lands us right around September. And if you've been following, or if you're aware of biblical feasts, it almost lands right around the time of Feast of Trumpets. A lot of people have been having dreams randomly that there's some sort of World War III level attack that gets that coincides with the rapture. And it's very funny how the timeline of things work between the timeline President Trump gave President Putin and the timeline of Feast of Trumpets. So just something I put together, but I know that God is warning his people in various ways, including this, that Jesus is coming soon. So you know what to do. Be prayerful. My page at this point is all about that. So go watch videos. But long story short, make sure you're following Christ. Make sure you're repenting daily, living for Christ, aligned with his will, and the rest will fall into place as God desires. Peace.
I just had a rapture dream, and I'm excited to share it with you guys because it's a little crazy. It's not direct, but I'm pretty sure it's a rapture dream. So I've been asking God to show me some visions in my dreams, because back in early April I had a rapture dream, but I wasn't included in the rapture. I didn't even see Jesus. I just see the heaven opened up. I just see the sky, the cloud formation making a hole, and I was trying to take a picture of it because it looks weird and unusual for me. I didn't really know about the rapture at that time. And right before I take a picture of it, the cloud formation disappeared and it went back to normal gray clouds. So when I learned more about the rapture and the prophecies, I realized maybe I wasn't righteous enough. I don't want to get left behind, so I asked God to give me more signs and visions. But every night I have dreams. I can't recall them when I wake up. I think it's because I'm too caught up in my life. Like, I'm too stressed about my business, making money, and my family and all that. So I think when I got sick 2 weeks ago, it's God's way of making my head relax, making me relax, like to ease my mind from all the stress. And He's forcing me to take a rest so that I can see my visions better. And on July 7th, I had 4 dreams, and I remember them all when I woke up, which is weird because when I have one dream, I can't recall them in the morning. And that was going on for a few weeks until July. I can't recall all of my dreams. But on July 7th, I had 4 dreams and I recall all of them. However, the dreams were not making sense. So I thought maybe the number of items in each dream will make a code or pattern somehow. And I got the number 235 in the first 3 dreams. And 235 means... 235... It is a verb that conveys the idea of movement until something is depleted, gone, or has passed beyond reach. In some contexts, it pictures a literal departure. Sounds like a rapture to me! And also in my 4th dream, I dream of my teacher telling me with teary eyes that I'm exempted in the next class. So I think that means I'm exempted for the tribulation. I don't know, it's not an exact rapture dream because I think God knows that I'm an artist, so He's sending me visions and dreams that needs to be interpreted in an artistic or creative manner. And I think that's something between me and God that I like the most. So yeah, I think that means the rapture is happening soon. I was not given of the date or anything like that. I did not even see Jesus. But back in April, I see the opening of the sky. And now the number 235, that means depleted, gone, or going away before something happens. So I think that screams rapture. I'm excited to see Jesus. See you there.